What's up, my car detailers? So today I just kind of want to go on Amazon and we're just gonna come on here and we're just gonna look up car detailing. And I just wanted to kind of sift through, on the first pages of Amazon here and kind of give my thoughts on, some tools that you can just get on Amazon if you're just starting out on your car detailing journey or looking to grow your business. I've personally run a automotive mobile detailing company, for the last several years now. And it's something that I've used a lot of these tools, so I can kind of give my feedback a little bit. So we'll just go on here for a couple minutes and just point out on Amazon tools that I've used that I would recommend, not recommend, and kind of go from there. So first off, we have a deionizer tank. Definitely useful, not something that I would recommend right off the beginning, especially if you're a mobile detailer. That's where it would be useful if you have to detail in the sun. Deionizers really is what they're made for, is that you hook it up to a water spigot or water spout whenever you get to your job, and then it will, as the photos shows here, without a deionized water, you have all that mineral, or without the deionizer, with it, you have, gets rid of all that mineral out of the water, and then it just makes it so drying the vehicle is so much easier. You don't have those hard water spots. So something that I would recommend whenever you can afford it, but not something that you need at all. We don't have one currently anymore, and we've been again fine without it for years now. Moving on to these like gel items here. Again, I'm just gonna go over a couple. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below of this kind of content. Right here, this gel, not something that I would recommend. If you're in the car detailing game, if you're looking to really up your game here, the the gel here, I wouldn't recommend it. I've definitely known people and had friends that have used it, and it just seems like a greasy film. So I would not recommend that product whatsoever. Chemical guys, we're not here to really talk about specific brands. You know, like this Chemical Guys Fabric Clean, I haven't used it, but again, most reputable brands kind of all do the same thing, and I know that might get some hate, but it's kind of true. So I'm sure it's a decent product. Chemical Guys is very well known. We're gonna be focusing on tools. A soft bristle or vent cleaner, dedicated vent cleaner brush is actually very useful. We use something similar to this in our business. It's a little bit bigger than this exact one, and it's a little bit more of like I think a boar hair brush. So something similar, but I would recommend a vent cleaner, something that's washable, something that you can use. I would recommend that. Microfiber, again, this microfiber kit right here. $15 you get 50 microfibers. Granted, though, I don't believe they're good quality. I am familiar with this kit here. I would always recommend, and I always do recommend, and what we use is, for everyday use microfibers, go down to your local Costco, or even maybe you can find them online. Kirkland, they sell a Kirkland brand. I think it's a 40 pack of microfibers for like 20, $30, depending on your location, and they're going to do you just fine. And they're going to last you a couple hundred cars if you wash them correctly. That's what I'd recommend for microfiber, especially just starting out. Now, a kit like this, I actually started with a kit just like this, actually. You buy a kit for like $30, and you get a couple of detail brushes that will again last you your first probably 100 cars. I think we did even more than that with my kit. We still have my OG kit sitting on our shelf in our tool storage room. Funny enough, because I like looking at it. Humble beginnings, I guess. You have your different brushes. I never used really the silver or the gold tip. I always use the black tip for starting out for impossible carpet, which we'll talk about in a later video. A duster, which I never used on a car. Actually, I use it around our shop more than anything. This brush right here on the bottom left, we actually use that. It's a tire sidewall brush, but we actually use it for floor mats, for dressing floor mats, oddly enough. So I would recommend it. Wash mitt, whether your preference is a wash mitt or a sponge, depending on what your wash process is, it's still good, nice to have one. You're gonna cut down on a lot of time by hand washing rather than foam canning. If you're using, especially if you're using like a rinseless option, which again we'll talk about in the future. All these pads, don't really use a whole lot, like these waxing pads. I do use, I did use these heads here, and it is nice to have an extension arm, especially if you're trying to get into like wheel wells. Applicator pads can never go wrong there in the drill attachments. I don't believe it comes with the drill, but again, you're better off getting a drill that one, if you already have a drill, or if you're, one of your parents or a friend or a buddy or a family member has drills that they're not using that has more than one battery, at least two minimum, I would just recommend doing that. You just need the attachments, not so much to drill. But for $30, one of these kits on Amazon is a bargain in my opinion, so I would definitely recommend that. a tornado or tornado. We don't really have one. A lot of detailers use them, but we don't have one, so I wouldn't say that it is uh, a requirement. Again, some people like using compressed air for their auto detailing. I do not. It's not a preference. So again, to each their own. A handheld vacuum. I would recommend getting one. Actually, if only if you're a mobile detailer, I'd recommend getting one in case if you're on a job, pop a breaker, owner's not around, you can at least finish the job with your handheld. And if it starts to die, you can plug it into your vehicle that you drove there in and charge it. We've had to do that a few times. Rarely, but it's better to have some kind of vacuum than no vacuum, especially when that breaker pops. Or if you're at a location that doesn't have any power and you want to get the job done, and it's not too bad. It's more of like a maintenance detail. That's something that's definitely nice to have. Uh, this little green machine by Bissell, not a bad option for a beginner extractor. I think I would definitely go something a little bit cheaper, maybe like a Hart brand or even like a cheaper Bissell option. That's what I would go. Again, another chemical I'm not really going to be talking about. These brushes. Now, these brushes right here, I do want to highlight just the difference between. If you're starting out, doesn't matter, just get your hand on some kind of brushes. But eventually, you might want to move from these red brushes to something on the left hand side, a little bit softer, a little bit easier to spread the chemical and get into some crevices. Just again, in my opinion, you know, that's a cooking meter. I don't know why it's on here. Pet hair brush. Now, that's something that we're gonna leave off on because I feel like we've covered a decent amount. It was a pet hair brush, but if we look here at pet hair brushes, this is actually something that I would recommend hands down. Get yourself a pet hair removal brush. We'll go over it in a couple or in a future video of what my favorites are, but definitely get yourself a pet hair removal brush. It's going to help you a lot in your auto detailing journey, and that's something that again we'll leave off on that. But guys, again, I just want to get this video out there to you, kind of give you my thoughts on some detailing equipment that you can just find right on again the first page of Amazon, stuff that will help you out, stuff that again we've used in my own business for years now, stuff that we phased out or we're currently using. Let me know in the comments below what kind of content do you want to see from this channel, just starting out here. And if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you then. See ya.